Many times there will be special calls where you haven't acted or performed in the way that you wanted. Many times you'll have sales calls where you knew that you fucked up because you were too salesy or because you couldn't find the pain. This is a one-on-one call with my student where I specifically talk about this. Watch this short call, watch the review that we did, and you're going to find out what is that you need to do so that you never sound salesy and so that you can always find the real pain behind what the prospect is telling you. Just be sharp, and I can promise you that your calls will be short, will be efficient, and you're going to be able to close people who need to be closed. All right? So enjoy this one-on-one, take some fucking notes, and you can drop me a question if you have in the fucking comments. All right? Enjoy.
So I don't understand. Why in the fuck is it in Spanish? What's wrong with your
Yeah,
Zoom? What? Anyways,
I don't know. Maybe I'm
at what
Spanish.
time where do you want me to start looking at? Or the whole thing?
I honestly don't know. Maybe 16 around that.
Right.
Should have checked.
Goedenavond.
Bruh.
So you guys are just talking about literally this whole time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I'm
of
in.
technical
Lolly,
issues.
Yeah, this should be a lot faster though. Shouldn't take you this long.
Yeah. Also,
Like
my
it-
discoveries are very long as well, so
Yeah.
I can roast them.
Yeah, like
Long enough to
basically,
make
this also fatigues the prospect. Especially this looks like an imbecile completely. So I would 100% go with making it faster. Like the thing should take you a couple minutes top. All right, let's see.
sure the concrete is forced with the rebars, so it's strong enough.
Okay, this
then
is
pouring-
already discovery.
Yeah.
My name and
You don't
You're frustrated as fuck. Yeah.
have to do it now. I want you to take the time. You can do it later. And also, there's a video about how to connect the two with Shopify and Meta Ads. I want
Yes.
you to look at it as well later. Now, focus on me because I want to know how I can help you with. So, what led you, since you have a business already, like what led you to getting into e-commerce in the first place?
because I want to like to build a big
So obviously, calling out the obvious so far. 12 minutes 33. You're very stressed out. You're like, fuck this. It's like, okay, just talk to me. The state that you're in is very important. So you have to be relaxed, So how do I say this without the bullshit ooh stuff? It's like you're in this state of I'm attracting the information, not like you're manifesting it, but more like you're just detached. You're like, okay, talk to me. What's going on? Right? So in this case, it's you going lean. It's like, okay, tell me what's going on, because you're frustrated with the situation. Subconsciously, the prospect feels that, and if you lean in, he's gonna lean back. If you lean back, he's gonna lean in. That makes sense?
100%.
business where I'm not available from a location.
Mm.
So right now, I pour concrete, but yeah, you always have to be at a certain place or spot, and always it's pretty much also a bit of doing the same, and it's a hard work. So that's why I saw the live stream, and I'm also like interesting because I see a lot of people booking great results after not very long period of time. So that's why I also want to make something of my spare time and put effort in building another job that maybe can replace the first one.
Okay, so basically you have like a concrete business, but you're always available.
This is the point that I'm always saying, which is what you're doing is not wrong. Doing the recap now, it's what you're trying to do, right? But it's also having that flexibility. So if I'm you right there, I'm saying maybe replace the job. He's gonna say, no, I do want to really replace this job. Oh, okay. So you have a concrete business and blah blah blah, and then I'm doing the recap. So I'm adding that thing before the recap just because he served it to me on a silver platter. Just, yeah, maybe replace this job. No. We talk about facts in this call. Do you want to replace that job? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, so no maybes. That makes sense?
Yeah, that's really good.
It's getting the stuff. You gotta call them all. catching this shit, right? On the spot. You have to be obsessed with this shit.
Hmm.
The hoe that is with me today just told me it's impossible to talk with you because if I use one word incorrectly, you're bringing on that. I said, yes. But I don't miss a fucking beat. You have to use this in your everyday life. Why am I saying this? Because I do it with everything. You should be doing it too. That's how you become better at it. Okay.
100%.
Right.
So you don't have locational freedom, basically.
Yeah,
You
no.
see other people with dropshipping that didn't take so long to make it.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Tell me about your concrete business. Are you like the business owner? Are you working there? How does it look like?
I'm the business owner, but I'm a business.
You see, that wouldn't be the question there. You're just getting context right now, which is not bad. But again, it's what you're trying to do. I think this is the next level for you, because you're good at following steps. Probably it's because the German stuff, but the thing is that it's not always about following directions. It's about understanding the directions and then breaking them. All right. So
Yes.
that's like the real key to succeeding shit. So right now you're just getting information, which is not bad. But if you want to go faster, you just gotta ask something more powerful there. So if I put it again, I want to see what you say. Let's go back 1 minute.
Because I want to know how I can help you with. So what led you, since you have a business already, like what led you to getting into e-commerce in the first
I want you to hear again what he says. What would you ask him on what he's about to say?
place?
Despite the obvious of the maybe, which I would have said, but despite that,
Because I want to like to build a business where I'm not available from a location.
Mm.
So right now, I pour concrete, but yeah, you always have to be at a certain place or spot, and always it's pretty much also a bit of doing the same, and it's hard work. So that's why I saw the live stream, and I'm also like interesting because I see a lot of people booking great results after not very long period of time. So that's why I also want to make something of my spare time and put effort in building another job that maybe can replace the first one.
Okay.
so obviously I'm going with it. Maybe replace it. No, I don't want to replace it. Okay. Recap then. He says yes, and then will be the question.
So basically, you have like a concrete business,
What
but you're always
question
available.
would you ask?
Maybe you would roast me, but I would say the not being available at the spot.
So my question would be, do you always have to be in one place? So I'm 100% going with that. It's just you need to contextualize the question better because it's confusing how you say it. So you always have to be in a certain place? And it doesn't how I'm saying it. Like I'm kind of disgusted by the idea. I'm not saying so you always have to be in one place, or so you always have to be in one place. It's so you always have to be in one place. It's very important how you say the stuff as well. Yeah.
Yes.
Because if I say, so you always have to be in one place, just listening to it, it sounds like a positive thing. But if I say, so you always have to be in one place, my face and the way I'm saying it makes the prospect feel like, yeah, actually, yeah. It's people mirror. If through the whole call, I'm like this, whether you like it or not, you're gonna start feeling sad. Because I'm sad. It's how I am. If through the whole call I'm like, okay, Jaden, let's fucking do this. All right, time to skill this shit. All right. So what you should have, you're just gonna start increasing your heart rate as well. You're gonna start talking louder. Okay, we mimic. Yeah, and great people mimic on purpose. You need to do
Yes.
that. Yeah, so you can reverse that.
Exactly.
So when you talk badly about something that they don't like, they'll feel even more bad about that thing. That makes sense?
Yeah, that's some sauce. Like matching the energies and so some mirrored nuances.
Exactly. So, all right, let's keep seeing.
So long to
Because
make.
your question was basically, oh, are you a business owner? What the fuck is that question?
it.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Tell me about your concrete business. Are you like the business owner? Are you working there? How does it look like?
Eventually, then you can say, so are you an employee there? But again, I would have just jumped into the sauce. He didn't say that he's struggling because of a boss. What he said was, I have to be there all the time. You have to be there when? How frequently? Where do you have to be? What do you do when you're there? Are you alone when you're there? How many hours are you there? How is this affecting you in other areas? You can't go to the gym, you cannot travel. So I'm just building everything into one thing. It's literally what, oh, you want to know 40 CI call. So, okay. In the 40 CI call that was before this, I was pretty much in a way explaining why, for example, Jared is like all over the place, even though that was a special prospect, if you think about it. But why do I go like this on the calls? Because look at the difference. My question immediately is like, oh, you said this? Why? What is this? And I'm just building the whole case on the fact that he has to be there. Right? Again, how many hours do you have to be there? How frequently? What do you do when you're in there? What's the problem with you being in there? You can't see your wife? How frequently do you see your wife because you have to be there? You cannot travel, you cannot go to the gym. And now I'm building up this whole case into that one thing. This just it's vertically going. What you're doing, what you guys, all of you do, is that you go horizontally, which is, so are you a business owner? Is that what the fuck? That makes sense? And it doesn't
Yeah,
matter if he
100%.
tells, like, I want you to see this. If he says, yeah, I'm a business owner, so you're a business owner and you have to be there, you cannot hire anyone to be there. Fuck. No, I'm an employee. Oh, so someone is forcing you to be there? Fuck. So, anyways, he's fucked. Doesn't matter the question. The answer doesn't matter. If he's the business owner, I'm cooking him because of it. If he's the employee, I'm cooking him because of it as well. So it's about, I don't know if this is making sense. Is it?
Yeah, the sound you're connecting the dots, basically. Then the enjoy makes sense.
I'm just going vertically into this
Yeah,
shit.
that makes sense. I actually always had this philosophy, taking the words drilling, but for some reason in this launch, I had the philosophy of doing data gathering on the job. Okay, what's your job? And then, doing data gathering. But then later I realized this doesn't really make sense. Sometimes it may make sense, but in this cases, when they give me something on the silver platter, I have to go vertically. Otherwise, it's gonna take too long.
Exactly. It's what I'm saying. This is you being a good boy. This is you following the instructions to the T,
Yeah.
which again, I'm giving you the instructions for a good reason, right? But sometimes I don't need to do the whole thing where I find out how much do you commute, how much do you do this, how it's like every single date and then finding one thing. If you already give me one thing, it's like, oh, okay, you just gave it to me. Awesome. Just go directly into that. Yeah.
100%.
I'm the business owner, but we don't. I'm a business owner together with a friend of mine. So we're two people. We don't have people who work beneath us. Sometimes we work together
You see, what's the point of this? It's like,
with other companies, but
I mean, obviously it's important to get the data, but do you see the difference? Like how much more we would have got if you just said, so you have to be there and talk about just that.
most of the time it's just the two of us.
So again, you told me that you didn't got anything out of this guy. That's the concern, right?
I got like data to destroy him, like his hourly rate, how much he's working, he's staying there, but he didn't show any emotions.
Okay. You focused on the money. Pretty much.
I focus on, I think, how much he's working and that he's actually staying there. But I didn't go very vertically into the point where he's staying at the spot, what he mentioned. It was just like service level.
Okay. And it took you like 40 minutes, right? To do this discovery, and you didn't got enough.
Yeah.
One question it took me, right? In this scenario. So I want you to see the difference between one question. This is the importance of asking the right questions. Obviously, I'm not going to close him with one question, but I want you to see that one question done in the right way makes you advance so much. Yeah.
Yeah. This call already is crazy.
Okay, interesting. So you don't have team members. Like, what are your activities in your business?
What are we doing with these questions?
So first half, waking up, preparing the concrete slabs that you have to pour, like put wooden plates around it, make sure everything is strong enough. make sure the concrete is forced with the rebars.
Do you see how it's like, in a way, it doesn't even make sense to review the code? I mean, we're still gonna do it, but you already know. You already know the problem. It's just literally
Yeah.
asking the right thing. And then the two scenarios are completely different, because if you would have asked that, everything would have been different. And then you just keep going on that thing alone. Because keep in mind that if the prospect says something is for a reason, it's for a reason. You have to be very sharp to catch those things. Let's keep going.
So it's strong enough, and then pouring the concrete and with machines making it as flat as possible. And yeah, that's probably most of the job.
Okay, so you're doing like this manual labor yourself, even
Yes,
though
yes, yeah.
Okay, and what are you building, like houses or what's
What are we trying to get here? It's you using child curiosity, just trying to understand stuff.
Mhm.
I'm using selective curiosity. I'm being curious on the things that I know are important. So everything is the 80-20. What are the 20% of the things that I can focus that's going to give me the 80% of the results? This is not it. The other thing is the 80-20. Yeah.
Driveways for people,
Mhm.
a terrace behind the house, or like a base of a swimming pool, a base of a basement.
See, he's also bored when he's answering this. You'd never want a prospect that is bored. Prospect who is bored is not going to buy.
Or sometimes inside the house, we also pour concrete, and it's like the finished layer, nothing on top, just the concrete in the finished way.
Okay, I see. Okay, you're doing like pavement or like the highway, like the roads, etc.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How many hours do you work on that a day?
Probably in a week around 60, 65 hours.
60, 65. And how many days do you work? Like, do you know how many hours?
6, 7, 5, 7, 6, 7, pretty much.
So it's like you're drawing a house, right? It's like you're doing this, the base, then the walls, then the roof, then the window, then the door. It's like you're literally being everything super systematized. Just I need to ask this, and then I need to ask this, and then I need to ask this. And that's what you do when you're getting nothing. When the prospect gives you nothing, then sure, do it like that. But he's giving you something,
Yes.
Yeah? Good.
Yeah, so 5 to 6.
No, 5 or 6 days of the week working.
Okay, and how many hours would that be?
Normally around 10, 11 hours a day.
Oh, 10, 11 hours. That makes sense. So like 16 a week then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So in a month it would be like 240.
Yes.
Look at the difference. Oh, so 10, 11 hours. 11 hours a week, a day? And then you can just add, which I like to do when I use it. I'm just going to call it a elicitation now, because I know some of the boys are going to start looking at things and you're going to be confused. So I'm going to change from enticing to elicitation. And then I just use elicitation, and then I say, so 11 hours a week, a day? Fuck, 11 hours a day? Yeah. Damn. Well, at least you're getting paid a lot, right? I was like, no. What do you mean, no? How much do you make? And now they're giving me that. You see how easy it is for them to tell me how much they're making after I say that? I don't even have to ask, to be fair. Most people would just tell me. And it's like they're giving me the information, and I don't have to say, I have to ask how much money they're making. That makes me uncomfortable. All right, how much are you making? I can say all that by just saying, oh, you're working 11 hours a day? Fucking hell, you must be gaining a lot. You must be rich by now. No, I'm not actually. Oh, why not? And then you're going to tell me. You see? Easy. This game is easy.
That's crazy.
Okay, and where's your job? Like, because you're always moving, I assume, right? Like to other places.
Yeah, yeah.
How long does that take?
To drive to
You see, you're just doing things like I did in other examples. You're just copying
Yeah.
me. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
sometimes it's needed, sometimes it's not.
normally around
Mm.
35, 40 minutes each time.
And how many like things do you do like once a time or multiple at a day?
Also, what is this series of questionings can provoke in a prospect? If you're a prospect, you're getting all these questions. What's the
Interrogation.
first thing that's on your mind?
It's an interrogation.
Yeah, it's like, when the fuck are you asking me all these questions? What's wrong with this? Why? Why are you asking me all these questions? You know, that's
Yeah.
pretty much it. Why did you put the light on the opposite way? I just noticed that on your microphone. The light is supposed to be on this side, not on this side.
Really?
Yeah, well, it
I
doesn't matter.
didn't know that. Yeah.
Normally you're once, so 40 minutes once and then back 40 minutes. Normally a day is one job a day at one place.
So you're driving like 30 minutes.
Yes.
So it's like when it's 10 hours, like almost like 11 hours.
Yeah.
Because
Also, it's obvious what you're doing. Maybe this guy doesn't realize it, but it's obvious that you want to stack up things against him.
Yeah.
I'm not stacking stuff. I'm just going, why are you living like this? That's my thought all the time, layer after layer after layer, until he's like, fuck, you're right. I cannot live like this. Then he's cooked. Yeah.
you're driving.
Yes.
Okay, you're working so many hours, like that's a lot, and you're doing like manual labor. And how is that on you?
Well, I'm 24, so I'm pretty young. But I think if I'm 30,
You see, I love this prospect. This is what you do. And just think about it. Imagine that someone in your family, all right, anyone, doesn't matter, comes to you and he says, or she says, yeah, that closing thing must be really hard, right? You still haven't found a job. What are you going to say immediately? Well, yeah, no,
No.
but actually I already made money. I improved a lot of my skills. I made all this group. You're defending your point because it's an attack. Well, you just did the same thing to him. It was like, oh, this manual work must be so hard on you. Well, I mean, I'm 24, so it's like, you see, you should do the opposite.
It was leading, that's why. Like, subconsciously, they know that. I saw the Hunter's Eye of Androneda, where it was the same thing. It's
Yes.
people know that, so they will only give you the pain when they want to, when they trust you.
And you should be doing the opposite, which is manual labor. Okay. I mean, you look pretty young, so it must be easy for you, right? No, actually, no. I mean, it's exhausting as fuck. You know, you're getting the whole different conversation just because you're flipping the tables. That makes sense?
Yes, so
35, 40, it's not going to be the same anymore as it now. So I'm also going to find a job that I love, that I also have to work a lot of hours, but not always the hard labor that I do now.
Okay, but it's not like you're 30. It's like a long time.
Yeah.
So it's what's wrong with like it's a long time until then, right? So why not wait until then? Until like you're 30, right?
To start?
Yeah.
But I think now it's I see everywhere AI is upcoming and
You see, you kind of did it okay there. It felt forced, though, if I'm honest. It felt like you're forcing the technique. Didn't feel natural, but I want you to see. You see how it worked? Even though you didn't do it in a good way, it worked. Now he started to defend why he cannot do it. So the whole point in the call is you just doing the opposite. If you want someone to buy, you just tell them, no, just do your thing. No, just, you sure? Why you want to do that? Are you sure? So basically, it's getting the deal in their shitty life, and then you say, all right, I mean, you could stay there. No, I don't want to stay. Why not? I mean, oh, okay. So what are you gonna do? Make themselves sell themselves.
I think
What you're doing is a bit of each.
yeah.
That's why it's taking you so long. You gotta kill the part that is doing it incorrectly.
online is where
And the secret is to not give a fuck about the money. That's how you do it. Because when you don't care about the money, you don't have the desire of, what's the pain, bruv? Tell me your pain. You just, why should you do this in the first place? I don't know. Oh, yeah.
pretty much the most of the money is to earn, and not making like building a concrete company myself. I don't think it's gonna end up being worth more in, let's say, 10, 15 years than if I start now with the e-commerce and the AI. I think that's gonna be much more profitable over the years.
Okay. How much do you think you can make with e-commerce? You said you know people, right? How much are they making?
No, I don't know people. No. It's
You saw results. You told me, and that it didn't take long for them.
yeah, results of online on YouTube here and there.
With e-com, like based on what you saw, like what do you think? How much you can make?
I think
What's the problem here? You tell me.
I have two problems. The first one is that's too early. Like first I have to get the problem, the pain. The second is it's circling around too much.
The thing is, the 80-20. What is the 80% of the call? And the 20% of the things that you should focus on the problem, on the pain that they have, right? You completely ignored, you got nothing. Usually, you just ask him, like you're a recruiter. Okay, what do? You do this, this, this. Okay, cool. No pain, no nothing. And then you just went to how much you think you can make. It's like, what the fuck? You completely ignored the pain of the problem and you went to future pace it. Who the fuck is teaching you sales? You're gonna tell him, would you be against paying me money now? It's like, no, you cannot do that, right? So you do the opposite here. No. You gotta stick to one thing, get the pain, uncover the problem, right? Go deep on it, make him feel like shit. And then if you want, you could do this stuff or about basically, so you're making this much money, this amount of money with this job, and you could be making this amount of money with ecom. So why have you, and you already, because of this, you lost like $400,000. You fine with that? Now, how much do you want to keep losing? Which is the angle of what you're doing, which I get it. But that's not effective if there's no problem, because you're creating the problem. These things about the COI, the cost of inaction, or the labeling, or all that stuff are things that we are putting on top of the cake to make it even better. But the cake itself is the problem and the pain. You haven't got that.
Yeah, 100%.
Tell me.
No, you're right. I mean, at that time, my skills were way worse than now. Like, I tried cost of inaction for no fucking reason. I would do that like after the why now, something like that now. But I don't know why I did that. And also another thing, my skills are way worse in calls, and I'm not even that nervous. I don't know. Maybe I'm not that focused on calls, or I cannot really do good discoveries with real prospects because I feel like they're way harder. So I don't know what that is.
In comparison to what? In a role play, or what do you mean?
Yeah, to role plays, I feel like.
Well, obviously, I mean, in a role play, you're role playing with someone you already know. Therefore, you don't have the internal pressure to ask the difficult questions. And the second is that because what's with the hand? Because I trained you guys on how to. I cannot remove this hand. There we go. So because I trained you guys on how the call is supposed to go, subconsciously, all of you have a why now, have a good answer to the labeling, have a good answer on the cost of inaction, because I trained you guys on how to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
So the prospect doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I would, if I can make around 2 to 4K a month. But after a year of practicing and everything and making everything a start, after a year, then I want to make around 2 to 4K a month. That I think it's sustainable. That's like a goal that I can work to if I have a year time.
You see, he gave you a shitty answer.
Yeah, but you do realize that 2 to 4K is like very low when it comes to e-commerce.
You're forcing. Yeah, this is so bad.
Like there are people who make, I know it sounds unrealistic, but there are people who make 100K in 2 months.
Yeah.
Nah, that's cheesy salesman in a nutshell.
So let's say you make, let's put it very low, okay? Let's say you make 10K, which is very
You're putting a number that he didn't even give you.
low in e-commerce. That's like extremely low. That's something you achieve in 1 month or even less. That would be like, let's say in a year, it would be like $120,000.
Yeah.
That's nothing. And how much do you make with your business?
Around 250K a year, but
You see how forced this is?
Yeah.
that's with 2 people, and then
Yeah.
with the taxes and the bills and everything, it's, I think, and our own loans paid, it's around 15, 20 plus our loan. So I think with 35, 40K a year. But I think also with all the hours, it's like I want to put my efforts in something else.
Yeah.
It rewards me more than it does now.
Are you not getting rewarded right now with your job?
Yeah, but I think people can make more money online than.
You see how the tour you did made no sense because you're back to point one. You have to go back because, again, you haven't found a pain or a problem. You have to go back to the problem, which is kind of like what you're trying to do right now. Because what's the point of the cost of inaction if you still haven't done anything correctly, you know?
Yeah.
If you like hard labor today, maybe back in the day it was a better job and a consistent job to earn money, but I think now it's somewhere else. So
You said you make like, I don't know what you said, like 30K a year after taxes and everything. Like, how much do you make a month after taxes? You know that?
no,
How much was it a year?
What?
How much was it a year? You told me you make?
around the revenue around
Also, do you know how much you make? Who the fuck doesn't know how much they're making? She does. This conversation is not
240.
Thousands.
Yes.
240,000.
Yes.
Okay, and you said like after the loans and everything, how much was that a year?
40, 50.
Oh, 40, 50.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say like 45. Okay, so if you do the math, in a month that would be around 3K, 3.7K. And is that like only for you or your business partner as well?
For two persons, so splits in two, so 50 hundreds.
Oh, so it's like 1,500 for you.
oh, you're forcing it in the wrong moments.
Yeah.
Okay, so and you're working 240 hours?
Yes.
So basically, if you make 1.5,
You see, this for the prospect feels like you're unpurposely beating him. He even make gestures with his face. If you look at him like, what are you doing, bro? It's like you're just on purpose for no reason, just beating him. And it's not you who should beat him. He should beat himself.
Yeah, I think I'm forcing some strategies like, oh, okay, I want to do like the hourly rate, so I'm forcing that. I want to do this. I'm forcing that, even though I should focus on what I have in front, what he told me. Like, yeah,
Exactly. I don't force shit. Some calls I don't even do this stuff. Like,
yeah,
depends on if I need it or not. Depends on what's going on. And if you forcing it so much like this it's kind of pointless. The guy is not. The only thing that you're making this guy feel is anger towards you. That doesn't help you because you're supposed to collect money out of him. So this is not a good idea at all. All right. So the whole point here is that this guy feels a connection with you, trusting you. You're not doing that with him. And this guy should be beating himself down and you should be cutting him, like just, oh, what are you doing? So that he realizes that he cannot bullshit around this stuff. All right. You have to be very sharp. I'm trying to summarize everything. In a summarize, you're berating the prospect for no reason when the prospect should berate himself. What that would look like. Basically, you saying, so you're making 1.5K. Yeah. That's good enough, right? No, it's not good enough. Why not? Because of this. Okay. Why is that relevant? Yeah, because I'm a fucking failure and I'm 26, I think he said. 23, I don't know. And I don't even have hair anymore. Wow. Okay. Why is that a problem? Well, because of this. And he just keeps making the case against him. In here, you are making the case against him. Okay?
yeah.
It's him against himself. Now it's you against him. Not good.
I think my agenda, especially with like B2C, my agenda is destroy them. And I think that's really wrong. My agenda should be like, okay, why would you do this? Tell me, like, why would you do this? Just sell yourself instead of just, it feels so forced, and I just want to get the pain out of them.
Yeah, it's so. Can I draw on this stuff? Yeah. Okay. So basically, if I really want to explain you the whole point here is that so this is the prospect, right? And basically what you're doing is you can see the little icon I'm making, right? The little guy. Yeah. Okay. So basically what you're doing is you're making him beat the shit out of himself. That's literally what you do. You do nothing else. All right. So this is you over here, right? But this is what you're doing in this goal. You are beating him. That you don't want to do that. What you want to do is just help him beat the shit out of himself. And once he's completely beaten down and he's like just bleeding, dying, then you just give him a hand. It's like, I can help you. He's like, yeah, please help me. I hate my life. You see? That makes sense?
Yeah, 100%.
Work 240 hours. That would mean like your business owner, but your hourly rate is $6.
Yeah.
You're a bit confused about that.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused.
Yeah, if you do the math, if you make 1.5K after taxes, that comes to you.
Yeah.
Divide that by the hours you're
Why are you confused?
working, which is like 10. That would be
Yeah,
6
yeah,
hours.
yeah, like that. Okay, I understand.
Yeah,
It's
so you
not
make
much.
$6 an hour. Is this what you mean with you not getting?
Do you see how pissed off he is? Yeah, get it.
Yeah.
Do you see?
Especially with a call.
Basically, he showed up for you to beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
You know? That's what he meant with confused. Not that he didn't include the math, it's just that why are you attacking me? Why are you attacking me? That's literally on his mind. He doesn't understand why you're doing this. And and it's fine because why are you attacking him? That's not what you're supposed to do. You just want to let him attack himself.
Yeah. Especially when he didn't brought that up, like the money stuff. He wanted to not stay in a certain situation. So I just out of the blue brought up the hourly rate, even though that's not really something he brought up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So is it making sense now, the mistake?
And I never realized how bad this call was until you reviewed it. It's crazy.
Getting rewarded?
Yeah, and but like, yeah, it's life is pretty much life is expensive. Everything, the price is rises for materials, and it's like not much wins like profit margins. So that's why, and I saw all the videos of Samuel online, and I said I'm gonna watch the live yesterday, and I was convinced. So that's why.
Yeah. So you make like this amount of money. You said like everything is expensive, right? It's becoming expensive. How do you survive it? Because it's less than minimum wage. Like how much do you spend in a month?
Not much. I still live at home.
This is a great example of you beating someone down for no reason. Right? So you might, if you do this in a better way, you can break the guy. Absolutely. But let's say I do this to you, right? I make you feel like shit. Wouldn't you be pissed off to me? Like very angry? You would definitely feel like this guy is a fucking dickhead. I am here because I spend money on this, because I want to improve, I want to change my life, and I get in a call with someone who tells me I'm a failure. And now that person is asking me for money. Fuck no. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction. That is the mindset of a prospect when you beat the shit out of them like this. It's way better to let them beat the shit down of themselves. Okay? And they feel like shit. And they will at top see you as the dickhead who's making them see the hard reality. And then you say, I can show you a way out if you want. But now you're the savior. And to a savior, you would give money. Not to a dickhead. Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Nah, the realization how bad that is and how leading and salesy I am. I mean, right now I am better than before, but still, like it's crazy how rigid my mindset was. Okay, I have to do this, I have to do that, but it was so forced. I should just dig into the thing he told me and go vertically because he told me so I can justify quantifying his pain.
Yes. I'm glad you're seeing it now.
So no expenses, and then
Oh, okay.
food from home. So that's not really a problem. It's not that I have a house or payments, bills I have to pay on a regular monthly basis. So that's also why I think it's now an opportunity while I'm still at home to try everything. So nothing has to work now, right now. You understand? So
Yeah.
now I have the time to to learn, make mistakes. Not if I have a house or something like that.
And that's a good mindset to have, because if you're younger, you can make a lot of mistakes, but if you're older, you can't. Like, there are more responsibilities.
Oh my God, you're so leading. What
How
the
long
fuck?
were you in this job, by the way?
Now 2 years.
Okay, for 2 years.
Yes.
Okay. And making that amount of money and working so many hours on that job, like, did that affect you in any way in other areas of your life?
No, not specifically. No.
No?
He doesn't even understand the question.
No.
So you like your job. You don't have any problem.
Yeah, I like my
You're so you're so leading. It's crazy.
job, but I don't see myself working another 15 years doing that job. I love
Why
it.
not? You like your job.
Yeah.
Why not work 15 more years with that, since you like it?
It's like you're just desperate to use the techniques and the stuff, and you don't win with techniques, you know? It's the phrase that advanced people play on basic stuff. You know, you're just trying to do advanced stuff, which is, oh, I'm gonna use this technique now. Oh, I'm gonna use this technique now. And we just have to use the basic stuff, which is going steps back and making himself sell on the idea on why he doesn't want to be there. But you're just looking for what to say to cause the pain, to make him feel bad. All this call, the only thing that you tried is to make him feel bad. And people don't give you the satisfaction. It's difficult.
Yeah.
It's the opposite. It's the opposite. Go out and tell someone that they're extremely good at one thing. Not like a compliment, like saying, I'll give you an example. Jaden, you're an extremely good closer, but I mean, extremely good. I have never seen anyone so good. It's ridiculous. You just read everyone in the room. You convince everyone. How do you can be even this good? It doesn't even make sense. And if I keep doing this, what is it creating in you? Insecurity. And basically, well, I mean, thank you, but I do have this flaw, and you just want to tell me why you're not good. So it's always the opposite. It's always the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, but if I want something.
We're almost at the time. Do you want me to review a specific part, or you're kind of
Not really. Not really.
okay? Tell me your takeaways in this. I want to hear that.
Nah, this is crazy. This is crazy. My takeaways. Yeah, I'm way too leady, too rigid. Yeah, and I told you that I don't have that mindset of, okay, I'm just gonna systematically do data gathering on the job, but I'm still, even today, very rigid and systematic. So what do you think my mindset should be? You told me that I have to use my subconscious for like the whole techniques and my conscious to help the prospect. So when I hop on a call, so should I just have a conversation? Because realistically, on a closing call, we still have a structure, etc. It's not like we're just talking. So what should be the mindset there?
So what you have is an advantage that the others don't have, which is a job that you pretty much do fuck all, and you get very well compensated. It's a hack. It's a good shit, you know, talking about the copy thingy. So that's good shit. So what I would say is, I don't want you to be depending on that shit. I just want you to be aware of it and use it to your favor in a way that is, well, this takes time, but at the same time is it gives me something, right? I don't have the need to say, oh, how do I get the money for next month? It's like that's not happening to you. So that should allow you to walk into the calls without having the need to say, I need to destroy this person to pieces. It's more like, I'm going to allow this person to destroy itself, himself, herself to pieces. That's the mentality you should have, right? So show up, ask good questions. Don't have that agenda that you have. Just be more relaxed. Okay. Explain to me the situation. Why this? Why that? What do you mean with this? What do you mean with that? Make them destroy themselves and then present the solution. Just relax. You don't need the commission. It would help you, but you don't need it. Okay. That's the advantage that you have. So I think your mindset should be show up super detached because you have the power to do it. It's like when I do it, I show up to the calls. I don't need the commission. It helps me, makes me more money, sure. But it's not like if I don't close this, I'm not gonna eat. Well, that's not how it is. So I'm just gonna be, let's see where this goes. Also, it's fun to do it this way. If you get a weird call, it's like you enjoy it. If you get a good call, you enjoy it. If you get a bad call, you don't care a fuck. You don't give a fuck about it. That makes sense.
That makes sense. But how do you approach calls when it comes to being systematic? So you just, I mean, I know you're very formal since you don't have that rigid mindset, but do you just hop on calls and tell yourself, as long as I get cop or something, I'm just gonna do what I would do? Just have a real conversation?
Again, it's just the best way that I have ever found to explain this. I'm gonna draw it once more to you because I have never found a better way to explain this stuff. Is this is the highway, okay? And you're supposed to go in this direction. Yeah? What I am teaching you to do is that this is one limit and this is the other limit. That's what I'm teaching you. And these are all the techniques, the strategies, the script that is not a script that I teach you guys, which is the checklist selling, all this stuff, right? That kind of locks you and boxes you here. So basically, if I put this, it will be, this is the intro. Yikes. This is the intro, okay? With the report and all that stuff, all right? This is the discovery. This is the transition. This is the pitch. And this is the closing part, right? Now, how I do this is basically what you're doing. You basically do this. You're going to be blue. Blue is this. Well, actually, this is more purple than blue. So anyways, this is you. You just follow the things as a straight line, a straight arrow. You don't have to do this. You can just be smarter and be like me. This is how I start the calls. I get to the same point and I do it in a way that it's more efficient to the call. This, on the analogy, doesn't look as efficient because it's like you're going on extra places, but the reality is that, so that the analogy is complete, this is what actually happens, that there's an obstacle here, an obstacle here, an obstacle here, an obstacle here, and an obstacle here. And there is a juicy price here, 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 and here. So I'm just adapting to what I'm seeing. And it's like, oh, obstacle here. I'm going to go to the juicy thing, this one. And I'm just going to keep going. And oh, another juicy thing here. I'm just going to go here. And I'm just going to keep doing this. And I'm going to be adapting to what I need. But I'm still going in the same direction as you. But I'm giving myself the flexibility because as long as I am staying within this balance between this route, I'm doing okay. I have the flexibility to go all over this place. Yeah, I can do whatever I want in here, as long as I still come out from this side and not on this side. Yeah. So that's the way I think of it. The problem is when you get out of here, which you shouldn't do, which you're not doing. Your problem is that this is how you're seeing it. You're seeing it like this. And it's like this. Because the calls are not perfect. Yeah. And also the hilarious thing is that I'm always telling you guys that when you guys are doing discoveries, this is what you do. And when I do discoveries, it's like this. That I'm like super narrow into the thing that matters. Okay. But this is because I know what are the obvious topics that I need to be discussing. You guys are just going all over the place. But the funny thing is that when you look at it and you zoom out, I am able to go as a straight line, all right, it's a straight arrow, because I am able to adapt and see what's going on in front of me and choose the best path. You're not. It's like you only know how to go forward. If there's a gigantic rock, it's like, fuck, I have to break the rock and I have to still go forward. I just dodge it. Is this analogy making sense?
Yeah, 1000%.
It's the best way I can explain it.
Yeah, it really makes sense.
Adapt.
So, in order for the prospect to step themselves, I need to ask questions based on what they told me, not me bringing up new stuff and projecting pain into it. Right.
Exactly. Your numbers were all over the place. He told you he wanted to make 3K a month. And then you just went and said, well, you could make 100K, but let's take it 10K. The fuck? He said he wanted to make 3K, which was enough, by the way, because he was making 1.5K. So all you had to do is what? Oh, so you could be making double.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought he would it would be like an objection if he's low buying the money, but it doesn't make sense. Like when I think about that now. Like it doesn't fucking matter if he makes 3K if he's happy with that.
Because all it matters is what they think and they believe and they want, not what you want. It doesn't matter if you know that with ecom you can make $1 million a month. It doesn't matter. If he believes he can make 3K, well, why would you try to convince him on that? That's not your job. As long as the number is positive and he can make double, he should be happy to do it. Okay? So
Yes.
it's I'll tell you this. What's your favorite car?
BMW
Okay, tell me one brand or
M3.
okay. So I could have a conversation with you about how nice it would be to have a BMW M3. But I could tell you that, do you know that you could have 150 BMWs M3? That to you is unfathomable. Right now it's like, yeah, okay. Because you're not even thinking about that. I'm putting that idea into you. You're not even thinking going that far into it. So why would I waste my time trying to do that? I'm just gonna talk to you about the BMW that you don't have. That's enough. That's enough to make you say, fuck, I want that car. Yeah.
Yeah, everything makes sense now. The reason why he was so closed off is because he knew, like even subconsciously, that I was leading and trying to get pain out of him. So yeah,
Exactly. So good shit. Yeah.
good shit.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Any final questions? Or are you good to go?
We're good to go. I'm gonna write that as my pre-note checklist. The
What
new
are you gonna write?
stuff. I'm gonna write, I think, make them step themselves, or don't give a fuck about pain. Just use trust.
I think if you write something like make them do the work, it should be efficient enough for you to remember this. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Make them do the work. All right. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
And there you fucking have it. The sexiest one-on-one call that you will see, at least on this month. This is how you get the pain. This is how you do salesy. This is how you close people. This is sales. You don't convince, you allow permission. So, if you really understand this, you're gonna be successful as fucking sales. And if you don't, well, I don't know, be a fucking loser then, I guess. Hopefully you like this video. Don't forget to drop a fucking comment so that the YouTube algorithm likes me for once. And yeah, see you in the next one.